everybody. Today I am so excited. I have Tamica Sears with me. She is Human Resources Business Partner with USA Today Network. She is an HR professional and also an executive coach. Welcome, Tamica.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, it's so good to have you. So I contacted you because I love when leaders and managers, and especially HR managers, come into coaching because they just soak up the skills. They absolutely love the skills. So I just wanted to have a discussion today around coaching in HR and what that looks like. What are some of the dynamics?
Okay.
So let's start off with coaching skills in HR. What do you see the primary coaching skills are? And how are they used?
One of the things that I think really kind of struck me when I went to school to learn how to coach was that I had no idea how to coach. I had been in HR for, I think at the time, 15 years, and I thought I knew all about coaching. I was like, I do coaching every day. And I didn't. I provided feedback, but I didn't do coaching. And those are two completely different things. And so when you learn how to coach instead of just providing feedback, it takes that feedback to a whole new level. I mean, it opens up amazing doors for yourself and for the person that you're trying to grow and develop.
Nice. Yeah, we do hear that a lot. Actually, the first day of class, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I had the same experience when I went through my first coach training. So, yep, can totally relate. What about myths? What myths have you come across in the HR coaching world?
So I think some myths in the HR coaching world is that people only get coaching when they're ready to get fired, which is absolutely not true.
Right.
There are actually, I think, more high potential people and more high flyers that get coaching than people who are that the company's looking to get them out the door, because it's a pretty big investment. And you really want to invest in people that you want to do well and do well at your company. So that's one of the really big myths. The other big myth is that if you go to a coach, they're going to tell your HR person everything. And the HR person sometimes thinks that they should know everything, but like truly an ethical coach, they will work that through the person that they're coaching. And if the person that they're coaching doesn't want any of that information released, then you can't release it. And I know that that's definitely something that HR struggles with, saying, this guy has seen a coach and the coach won't even tell me what they're talking about. And you know what? They don't have to. And they shouldn't, because that's a personal relationship with that coach.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I know different companies can set it up differently, right? So you might have different agreements as to what is shared or what's not shared.
Right.
Is that
right?
Yeah.
That is correct. But when you look at kind of how coaching is set up through like the International Coach Federation, which I love that they really put a lot of emphasis on that coach and coachee relationship and that trust that they have. So that's, to me, a really important part of coaching, because if you don't have someone that has a lot of trust in their coach, that coach isn't going to be able to really dig down deep and get to like the heart of any issues that are going on.
That's a really good point. And for those of you that don't know, the International Coach Federation is the leading standard setter in coaching. So they credential coaches, and then they also accredit schools. What is your experience around the benefits of coaching skills in HR?
Oh gosh, I am so much better at my job now. I think that when you learn how to coach, you approach leaders differently, so you really deepen those relationships. So, for example, if you are working with a leader through like an org design or an org change, and you're looking at it and you're like, this just doesn't seem right. Like this, if you have this person you're reporting to this person, but they're doing this, like it's just not going to work. Like before I did coaching, I would just been like, this isn't going to work because of this, blah, blah. And now I'm like, okay, let's take a deeper look. What do you see here? And like kind of walk them through it in a much different way. And it really, like I said, deepens that relationship, gives them more trust. I think that people find you more approachable when you coach. I'm a busy little bee at work, because I do think that people then kind of seek you out, because it's not giving advice.
Hmm.
And so coaching really is that person using kind of their own brain, and you're just kind of helping them dig through those layers to get to the answers and solutions that they need. And I think people really prefer that than, the advice giving. And honestly, I think it made me more human. I mean, you've seen I've changed a lot. I think that I definitely went from um, like just being definitely more straight laced to embracing more of the woo, as I call it, and in learning that self-esteem does matter at work, self-confidence does matter at work. And thank goodness for your program, because it's integrative, and you really do look at, not just that person at work, but their whole person, because they are a person. And coaching honestly taught me that.
Nice. Yeah, it's so true. And I always think too that coaching, for me personally as a professional, gave me some skills to be able to handle emotions or
Oh,
be able
yeah.
to help translate
Yes.
emotions, because we all are like, well, emotions don't belong in the workplace. And what do we do with those? So it's so lovely that
Yeah.
coaching
And
help.
it also taught me to shut up.
Listen.
Yeah, because that was the big thing, is like, you to really listen, you have to shut up. And coaching taught me how to just really, take that time, save that space for that person, allow them to be them.
Well, how do you see the coaching skills leveraging HR professionals in general?
One of the things that I really love about coaching and having this skill is that I feel more secure, honestly, in my role as an HR professional. So I'm really big. I've like turned into like this AI and automation like nerd. I'm like so super into it. And I really feel like that human touch won't ever be automated.
Mm,
And we're able to help the newer generations that are coming up that aren't learning these same skills, that aren't learning these communication skills as coaches. And if you are an HR professional and you have coaching skills, and that's like a double whammy, because coaches, I believe, need to know about change management. They need to know about process improvement. They need to know about project management. And a lot of that you get through coaching. So even with project management, when you're doing like a stakeholder analysis, my view of that now with the coaching lens on is totally different than before. It just gives you a different perspective that is so useful. Absolutely love it. And having that perspective and being able to have those skills that you can kind of bring in and give to other people can never be automated. It's always going to be useful, and you're bringing good into the world at the same time. So it's awesome.
oh, that is such a good point. I never thought about it like that. And that's making me think of like, because in coaching, you learn how to meet people exactly where they're at. So that eliminates a lot of, gosh, just need to learn about. I mean,
Mhm.
it's still beneficial to learn about generational differences, absolutely. But to be able to just say, there's a whole person in front of me.
Yep.
What do I need to do to relate in this moment is enough
Yep.
often.
Yeah, yeah, and there are so many different generations in the workforce right now. I mean, it's just the skill levels and the communications, and it's everyone is at a different place. And as a coach, you know where to meet them.
Nice. What would you say to an HR professional that's on the fence about getting coach training?
Do it and do it immediately. You will not regret it. It will enhance your career. It'll deepen your relationships with your leaders. You will be a better leader yourself. There's literally no negative to coach training.
Lovely. Thank you so much. You've got some very exciting things coming up. Would you mind
I
sharing about
do,
those?
I do, I do.
Okay.
So I actually have a retreat coming up in October in Phuket,
Awesome.
Thailand, and it is going
Wow.
to be so much fun. So it's a 7-day retreat,
Mhm.
5 days of workshops. And remember I said I'm more into the woo? So
Yes.
it is about sense of self. So it is about
Nice.
helping women who are you're almost there, but you're just burned out, you've kind of lost yourself, you're like, where am I in all of this? Come find yourself in Phuket, Thailand. It's called Sense of Self. And in addition to the workshops, for 5 days you get a 2-hour spa treatment every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah,
amazing.
it's gonna be
Very cool.
awesome.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely share the link in
Okay,
when we post the video
awesome.
to that. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
again. I
I want
loved
to
hearing
thank
your
you,
thoughts.
and I want to thank you for being such an amazing teacher. I am not joking when I say you changed my life.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the other thing I wanted to add was if you want to work with Tamica, she's an excellent coach.
Thank
And what's the
you.
best way to reach you?
The best way to reach me is to go to thecorporatefixer.com.
Okay.
So that's what I do. There's a lot of emphasis right now on coaches helping entrepreneurs, and I'm a corporate gal. That's who I am. So I am out to change corporate America so that everyone can have a job that they love and leaders can have great teams and they can be innovative and diverse and inclusive. And if that's the kind of company that you want, I can get you there.
Beautiful. That's what I love about coaching. There is a better way.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.